She's a former teacher, a devoted volunteer, and member of her community, and one of our remarkable women finalists.
KMR Local 4's Kaylee Green headed up to Dumas to learn more about Suzanne Sims and what drives her to help others. This is her story.
Suzanne Sims was a teacher for 30 years, retiring in Dumas in 2012. But she didn't stop teaching kids altogether.
That's when I got involved in More Kids Swimming program, and so my husband helps us volunteer with the children. That's a volunteer program to teach all the second graders in our community how to swim.
The McCannon nominated Suzanne. She says every week Suzanne and Pat are at the YMCA in Dumas giving back.
She never sees herself as doing anything that's so outstanding. I don't know how many organizations she's been involved in. I can't even count them all. But when she's involved in it, it's a successful organization.
Suzanne has served as chair of the Moore County CPS board since 2010.
It's especially a passion to my heart because I was raised in poverty, and because of remarkable people in my life. And when I say that, my grandparents took me in, and I was able to get my education so I could be a teacher. I was able to overcome a lot of difficulties.
Now she's able to help those foster kids face difficulties in their lives. And she does the same at another nonprofit in Dumas, The Refuge.
And that's a nonprofit, faith-based organization for addicts and alcoholics, and it's a kind of a hand up to help them get back on the road to recovery.
To Suzanne, community is everything.
She had a neighbor that was elderly and alone, and she was helping her every day, taking her food, going over and seeing what she needed, taking her anywhere she needed to go.
I took care of Miss Lottie. She lived across the street from us. She had fallen and she had broken her neck and had stitches, and she was going to be by herself. So I told my husband, Pat, I said, honey, I'm going to move in with Miss Lottie for a couple of weeks until we can get her some help. And for about 5 years, I took care of her off and on.
And when she isn't quilting and teaching others how to quilt, she's over at First Street Church.
I love teaching the Word of the Lord. I tell people there's nothing good in any of us save for the presence of Jesus.
She doesn't realize how much she touches the people in this town and this county.
In Dumas, Kaylee Green, KAMR Local 4 News.
Another nonprofit Suzanne works with, the United Way campaign in Dumas. She does that each year.
Suzanne has been married to her husband Pat for 47 years. She says she's most proud of her family, including her 3 children and 7 grandkids. To hear more about Suzanne's story, go to myhighplains.com.